whenever you're a senior, particularly a graduating college senior, people will first congratulate you and then they'll be like, what are you doing next? Tell me your future plans, right? And so for me, I was a French minor in college. I went to school in Texas, and I'd always say like, oh, I want to go to Paris. I didn't know how, I didn't know what would get me there, but I was like, I want to go to Paris, I want to move there. And they'd be like, how are you gonna afford it? Like, you're gonna be broke. And I was like, I'd rather be broke in Paris than broke in like Dallas. And now that I've been here almost 4 months, I'm realizing I'm actually not that broke. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah Bernard. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to the Savvy C Scoop. And today I hope you got pen, paper, maybe a little handy dandy laptop like me to take some notes, because I'm talking all about money and just the cost of living in Paris. I'm here studying at the American University of Paris for my master's in global communications, and coming here, aside from COVID, aside from, culture shock, fitting in, learning French, etc., a big concern of mine was money, was finances. How was I gonna just live in Paris, make this city home, have fun while doing it, etc.? And I'm so happy to share and report that nearly 4 months here, I am not, struggling like I thought I would be. This city is feasible for all bank accounts, all, if you a trust fund baby, if you're not, whatever, you can make this city your home regardless of, the money in your bank account, the number in your bank account. And so I'm just gonna outline and share with you guys my monthly expenses here, and then just break down some saving tips I've learned around the way, and how I just make Paris work for me and my budget. So to start off, I'm just gonna break down my monthly expenses. Like I said, I'm just gonna do it from the most expensive to the cheapest. And I'll be sure to put them alongside here. So first up, my highest expense, most costly expense of the month is rent. So that is 1,100 euros, and that's the only thing I pay for in euro, right now. Everything else I say after this will be in US dollars, so important to note. So 1,100 euros for rent, which equals to about 1,200 euros, or $1,200, in the US. Then next up, transportation. For this, it is quote unquote free, because when I first got here, about my second or third week here, I applied and then received my Imagine R card, which is a lifesaver for all my fellow students, anyone under 26. You can get an Imagine R card if you just apply, prove that you're a student here, and you get a year-long pass, and it'll give you access, unlimited free access to the metro, bus, RER, and then a lot of other access and things they're partnered with across the city. But it's a great resource, and so it thus makes my transportation free. But I did pay $412.20 for it, and I'll just have to pay that once every year until I turn 26. Then next, I have housing insurance. Again, this was just once a year, but important to note, I got mine through AXA, just a company here. There's a ton. They get a solid advertisement for it. I was like, let's try it. And that was $84.33. Then next, my groceries. I shop for groceries from every 7 on a weekly basis to 10 days, so week and a half. And on average, I look through old receipts and my bank statements, and I pay about $30 to $35, which on a monthly basis translates into $120 to $140. Then next up, I have Wi-Fi and cable, and it also came with the phone line, which I don't use because I only have my cell phone, but I have SFR, and that is $35 a month. That has been the best thing ever, a great investment. It took a while to get it installed and get it here, but now that I have it, I'm very thankful for it. Then following after that, I have my phone plan through Free Mobile. Through them, it is $24.50 a month. You might know of Free, you might not know of Free. It is not free despite the name that you might think, but it is the most, accessible and cheapest option here, I would say, for a phone plan. You can get it without having a bank account here, without having like a bona fide address here, like tourists can have it. It's just really easy get in, get out a SIM card. But I know for breaking like your, not honestly lease contract, breaking your contract with them can be very difficult. I've been warned of that. So just keep that in mind. It's easy to get into, hard to get out of. Think of it like that. Then following that, this is more of a personal expense, but you might have it as well or something like it. I have a monthly subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, and that is $21.64. I know some people pay $50 and they're not sure of this, but if you are a student, if you're a current, I want to say all the way through high school to grad student like me, or maybe any other student, any type of student, I say try it and go for it. You get a monthly discount of $20 and then the $164 with taxes and everything, but it's just $20 a month for the students, full access, versus the $50 for, the grown adults. So keep that in mind. Then following that, I have a Squarespace subscription of a blog that I have not used in a while, but we're working on it. And that is $16 a month. Then after that, I have my Kindle Unlimited subscription, and that's $9.99, $10 a month. And then after that is my New York Times monthly subscription for students is $2 a month. For that, I just got it for school. I had 2 professors who would always send us stories and like links to the New York Times, and like after like 5 or 4 articles, and the cookies keeps track of how much you look at the website. It was like, hey girl, your free time is up. So I just decided to get a subscription. But I know, and I've learned, I want to test this out sooner rather than later. If you're a fellow AUP student, or if you're looking to apply to AUP through them, you have to like be in the library and like do, it's like some certain things you have to do, but you can get a New York Times subscription for free. So not even $2 for free. So that is an option for you. Which leads me into my, next and final portion of this video, saving tips. So I don't have a ton. I am not the best with money. I am getting there, day by day. I'm just learning, trying to be more frugal, have better, financial health habits. But these are just a few things that I've done while I've been in Paris, being a student here, and what's helped me. So the first being, take public transportation. I took an Uber here once, and I will never ever, unless it's like something crazy is happening, like an emergency, I have to take a car. But Ubers are crazy expensive here. I mean, I'm sure they're probably average for a city, but when public transportation is either, it's $1.90, or well, €1.90 for a one-way ticket to anywhere on the the bus, the metro, RER, versus like a Uber one way is easily like 10, 15, 20 euro for a one way. So it's just easier to take the public transportation. If you are a fellow student, you can just take that Imagine R, tap your card, and you're free to go literally wherever around the city. The next, for buying groceries, avoid buying meat as much as possible. For me, I'm trying to go plant-based foods. One of my resolutions of the year by Martin Luther King weekend. And for that, I noticed right away, I was given that advice from my orientation leader, Alex, that's you. And she said, like, if you don't buy meat, you can cut your grocery bill like literally in half. And she is so right. Because that's what really adds up. Because things, produce here, grains, sweets, whatever, soups, whatever, are pretty like fair priced. I go to Capfo, I go to Monoprix, and those are pretty solid, cheap, inexpensive places. But when you start adding, meats, that's when it gets to be the double digits, and then that adds up really quickly. So if you can focus as much, just buying things, if they don't have a mother or a father, they get to go. They're probably cheap, and better yet, good for you, good for your health. So I would say use that as well. Keep things out of the meat department if you can. And then lastly, bring your student ID, bring your visa within your passport to every public place you go. And always, always, always either look before on the website or ask once you get there. Maybe like look at the, the bill, like the ticket booth, whatever, when you're there for a student discount, and or if students are free. I was able to go to the Louvre, Musée d'Orsay, Pantheon, Musée de l'Orangerie, And those are the 4 main places that come to mind right now, but all those 4 amazing, beautiful places for free. All I had to do was either go to the websites or just show up in person and show them my student ID card and or show my visa, and that's it, and they just let me right in. So I would say definitely take advantage of that. Ask for student discounts, ask for students if students are free with a visa. That's all I got for you guys today. Again, don't let your finances deter you or keep you away from this city. If you want to move here, it is absolutely doable and accessible to everyone regardless of the money in your bank account. I hope this video helped. If you have any more questions, comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to send you in the right direction where you can find that answer. As always, I am sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!